world. I want to thank everyone for showing up already. I saw the pineapples, guys. You guys are nuts. You don't even let up. Like you're all amazing. I love all of you. And we are back for another episode of Meet Your Maker. And as you guys know, on here we like to bring in different makers from around the community, whether it be actual product makers, content makers. I don't care if you're a graphic designer. I'll bring you on here and talk to you. I don't care if you made a pie for your family. Come on here, we'll talk. But this week, I have this gentleman, Kerry from Defined. How you doing tonight, brother?
Doing good, man. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. Looks like we got some people showing up already.
Yeah, man. I'm happy to see everyone. I want to count the pineapple comments tonight. That's what I'm curious about. Everybody's gearing up for tomorrow. I've heard a ton of it already, man. I'll be honest with you. This is the first live stream I'm going to do that I'm nervous for in advance. You know what I mean? Like when Dan pulled me on his anniversary stream out of nowhere, I was nervous that second, but I wasn't nervous leading up because I didn't know about it. Okay. This one, I'm like, man, I don't want to blow chunks on national. Like,
so are you gonna eat pineapple on pizza tomorrow? Is that what you're saying?
No, just normal pineapple. I have to eat this whole can.
Oh, wow. Oh, wait, I saw your post, but I didn't read it. What happened? Did you lose a bet or something?
No, so this is a challenge, if you will. So it happened on an After Dark, and that follows that old saying, nothing good happens after 11 o'clock.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the proof right here, this challenge, because I jumped on. Johnny Grooms would not accept the fact that I don't like pineapple, which led to Joe from Beer Talk with Kyle and Joe challenging me to eat pineapple. And if I win, if I can finish the whole can, I get 6 combos from wherever I want it.
Wow. Man, you can kill that can. I mean, I say I won't eat pineapple on pizza, but if I had to eat a whole can just for that, I would definitely. Yeah.
Listen, the problem is they were very smart in covering their tracks here and making sure that they took care of everything. And what they did was they said that I can't throw up. That was now, like, that's where things could get tricky here because I can't promise I'm going to get that can down one way or another. If however I got to do it, I got to do it. It's going down, but I can't promise it's going to stay there. That might be a bit much to ask for on this one.
Yeah, well, I think you can do it, man. I got you. I'm pulling for you.
Well,
I definitely don't want to see you hurl chunks of pineapple on video.
Yeah, that won't be fun. But you know what? Hey, it is what it is, man. Jersey guys, it's the Jersey thing in me, right? I can't back down from a challenge. So the challenge was laid out. And I'm going to go for it. And whatever happens, well, I mean, either way, it should be mildly entertaining, really. So however this goes, people should have some fun. All right, let's see who's in here real quick. Healthy, what's going on, brother? Bushy Beards, Code, Weatherbeard, Aaron Rodgers, Bearded Wolf, Bearded Vato, Chris, what's going on? Ryan, Levy, Jason, Smelly Turtle. There's a lot of you guys in here tonight. Disney Beardsman.
Miss Bluegrass.
Everybody, if I missed you, I apologize.
Beard Code, man. That kid, Devin, what? I'm still mad at Devin because he missed my last 2 live streams.
Well, what time were those live streams at, sir? Because you have to remember, Devin's only about 4 years old. His bedtime is around like 8 o'clock, dude. So you gotta keep that in mind.
Yeah. That I never thought about that. It may have been past his bedtime. I think it was I think they were like 6
you
to
only
like
think
10.
I'm picking on you. I'm looking out for you right now. He's a kid. You got to take that into account. Give the man a time that he can make it, maybe like a 3 o'clock in the afternoon one after his nap, something like that. It was past my bedtime.
Did he say it was past? Yeah. That's hilarious, man.
All right, sir. So one of the first things I like to do now, especially now with the way the world is at the moment when I bring people in here, is I want to get the COVID questions out of the way. So first of all, are you and the family and has everyone been safe during all of this?
Yeah, so far, man, it's kind of crazy. Like I actually got sick like in January, last January. And they were just like, oh, you have the flu. I had never been that sick in my life. And then like March came around and then February came around. They started talking about COVID and none of us have had it this whole time. So I'm like, man, I wonder if I had it in January and they just didn't know what it was. They just told me it was like the really bad flu and, go home. And I was like, man, I hadn't felt like that in a while. But no, all of us have. I mean, yeah, none of us is. I mean, and my son, he's an essential worker as well, so he gets tested like all the time. So, he has those moments where if he has a scare and has to get tested, then we all have to quarantine from him and keep him away. My son's he's older, so I mean, it's right. I'm talking about a college kid here. So he. He'll have to take those tests all the time. And, so yeah, we pretty much know we're good and clean, but, we know plenty of people, plenty of friends and family who got it, and so far everything has been okay with, friends and family. So, that's good, man. Yeah. We made it. That last year was, that was crazy. 2020 was wild, man. Wild.
Yeah, 2020, I think, will forever go down as the year we all wish we could forget and just erase from the books. But it happened. Here we can only hope. I mean, we're only a couple weeks into 2021. We can only hope that in the long run things get much better this year. Because if not, man, I'm really not looking forward to another 2020.
Thank you, Mike B. Sorry, I was just reading a comment. I think that we screwed it up, man. I think the aliens were just about to come down and start hanging out with us. And then we started off 2021, kind of like the way we did 2020. And they were like, oh, hell no, we're not coming yet. So I'm still waiting for the aliens, man.
We'll see, man. I think if they're smart, they're paying attention. They don't want no part of this. They don't want no part of us. They've seen what we do. They're good.
That's what I'm saying. Good. They were like, nah, we thought 2021 was going to be the year, but no, we'll wait. We'll wait it out. We'll wait it out.
Other question is, how has business been during COVID times? Like define business.
Business is great for a first year company. It was really good. Like, in last summer and then, obviously on through to, November, December, and even this starting off in January, it's been great. It has its ups and downs, man. I'm just now getting used to having orders on a daily basis, I guess you'd say, right. It's like, trying to keep up with everything and restock everything. A lot busier than, I was last January. Last January, it was like when I launched, it was like, oh man, I hope this works. And now here we are a year later and I'm, trying to just keep up with everything. So, but yeah, no, it's been great. And we have a lot of good people that support us and hopefully they'll continue to do that,
You'll be fine as long as you stay away from guys like that. That guy right there. As long as you stay away from guys like Ken, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. What's up, Ken?
You don't want that guy advertising your stuff. I mean, he's a Packers fan. That's all you need to know about Ken. That's it right there. That explains all you need to know.
I gave him a free pass.
For anyone who doesn't know, by the way, I'm totally messing with Ken. I talk to him daily. Good friend of mine, brother, period. Absolute amazing dude.
Yeah. Ken is good. He's an affiliate and, we have a great relationship even without that. So, I'm really thankful for the support.
Go Pack, go. See? Yep. He knows. I have to mess with him. So yeah, what was your first year of business like though, overall? Like how was it? How was it getting your name out there and starting to get feedback from individuals, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, it was at times humbling and then frustrating. Like I said, it was a roller coaster. Sometimes, you go through months of everything is great, and then you go through, streaks of where it seems like there was always something some kind of force going against you, you know, and, but yeah, you know, I always fought my way out of that. And, you know, I really, what I wanted to do, or what I am going to do, or what I have been doing. I mean, a lot of people have noticed over the last, you know, 2 or 3 months. I mean, you know, I needed to stay focused on my business and not, you know, get caught up in things that don't concern me or anything like that. You know, I'm not saying I did, but, you know, that's what I really wanted to do, was focus on, like, when I put out the private reserve, you know, I basically went in and, you know,
Sorry. That was a comment I thought was funny. Sorry. Yes, Sam.
I went in and, you know, I spent a lot of time working on the private reserve, even though it was going to be a limited scent, but, you know, it was.
Hold on, sir. Why do I tell you I'm going live? Why do I tell you I'm going live? What's the reason?
When I don't have soda with my food. Thank you.
Goodbye, Sam. Love you.
All right. It's okay.
Oh,
we're good. We're good.
The joys of single parenting. I swear.
Yeah.
My apologies, sir. Continue.
No, sure. You know, we're all good, man. Yeah, no, it was. I basically just made that decision. Like, you know, I think October was end of October, closer to the beginning of November. I just said, you know, I'm going to stay out behind the scenes. I'm going to stay out of everything and just start concentrating on my business. And that's when I really started concentrating on the soaps and getting out that new scent, the limited scent. And I've been working on new scents ever since. And so, I mean, I've got some stuff coming out pretty soon that's it's a little different for me. But I mean, I guess you know, y'all wouldn't want to see me do the same things I did last year. So you got to step outside the box a little bit, you know. And
that's part of the challenge, though, right? Is to find something new, something that you think everybody will enjoy, but not like crazy new to the point where people will be like, oh, well, last year he was doing this. Now he's going with this new way and it's terrible. I don't want nothing to do with it. Like, you got to find that balance, right? Kind of walk that fine line.
Yep. Yeah. No, I mean, and it's hard to do because you want to kind of stick with what people know you for, but then you also want to branch out and say, hey, I can do this too, you know, and maybe introduce somebody to something new. And, you know, I mean, one of the things that I never really did last year was, you know, kind of, I mean, I didn't really, since I launched in January, you know, I pretty much launched with scents that I had created, you know, the year before. And, you know, and so I really didn't do like springtime scents. Like, I launched with 1626 and Psychobilly, you know, those were two, like, you know, fresh cologne and barbershop scents. So I didn't really launch with like, you know, even though I launched in January, I didn't really have any spring scents or anything like that. So this year I'm trying to concentrate on that, you know, like some tropical stuff, and, you know, I'm doing some cologne stuff as well. Trying, you know, not like interpretations, but trying to create my own, I guess you'd say. But yeah, you know, working with tropical and fruits and things that I haven't worked with yet, you know. Let me turn that off real quick. Sorry.
You're good, brother. Go ahead.
My phone's blowing up. You know, I just really want to, you know, I'm not going to say that I'm going to abandon what I've been doing or anything like that. I'm just trying to add to the portfolio like everybody else, you know?
Right. What's going on, Tyson? You got a fan of Miss Bluegrass, apparently. You saw that comment.
Oh, yeah, she wants, yeah. Yeah, that's the reason why Ken got it, because she made him stop. Like, I think he was like brushing his teeth when she heard it and made him like put the toothbrush down and go order it.
Well, I mean, we know Miss Bluegrass runs the show over there. Nobody's questioning that one. So refresh my memory, because I do remember when you first launched, but again, it's been one hell of a year. So
I hardly remember it either, you know.
When you launched, what did you launch with exactly? What were, like, how many scent profiles, things like that?
It's kind of funny because I mean, I only had 2 scent profiles.
Okay.
And that was 1626 and what back then was called Psychobilly Quiff, which is now called Psychobilly, because a lot of people had a really hard time saying the word quiff. That's a hairstyle, but it's like one letter or a couple of letters off from being something else. And so
Yeah.
so I changed that this year to Psychobilly. But I launched with those 2 scents, and all I had was balm, oil, and balm. And it's kind of funny because, I didn't come out with a butter until a few months later. I mean, I had been working on one; it just wasn't ready when I launched. So I said, I'm just going to go with oil and balm, and then I'll bring out the butter when I'm done. So I did that, and here we are a year later, January 2021, and now I'm only oil and butter. I don't even do balms anymore.
I was just about to say, yeah. At what point did you start to get rid of the bombs? I mean, we've seen a change in the community, if you will, where the bomb world is, I won't say it's gone, but it has dwindled quite a bit.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not saying, I've said this plenty of times, I'm not saying the balm doesn't sell. I'm saying that my balm didn't sell. So it wasn't smart for me. I mean, it just seemed like every order that comes through is either an oil butter combo or oil or butter, so it was either an indication that my balm wasn't good or it's a different swing in, the way people are doing things. I'm not saying that I'm going to be out of it forever. I've been thinking about doing like a stronghold beard wax, like an unscented,
Right.
And then maybe like a mustache wax. But yeah, I mean, it just didn't make sense for me to keep doing it because it was just sitting on the shelf. And I mean, I think I've mentioned this on a live stream. I said, man, I went through a couple of label changes, and like I have to make butters every other day.
Right.
Balms, I could go to the shelf, and I'd still have a balm on the shelf that had the very first label on it. And I was like, toss it.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm not going to try to sell it if it's been sitting there for 3 or 4 months already. So I was like, do I keep doing the balm thing just because, a lot of guys do like balm, but, for me, it's not selling. So I'm going to stick to oil and butter. And that seems to be doing okay so far. I mean, I don't like to compare myself to companies or anything like that. But, there's other bigger companies that have made it out there that don't have balms either. We'll say Live Bearded for one, oil and butter,
always have been too. They never had a bomb. Never.
Yeah. I mean, even though Detroit has a little bit of beeswax in their butter, I'm pretty sure they don't have a balm either, right?
I don't believe they have a bomb. No.
Yeah. I mean, so, it's not like I said, there's balm people. Some people use balm and some people prefer it, and it has its benefits. It's just, I never wear balm. And so maybe I just didn't put enough time into it like I did the butters, and so
it's so crazy how much things have changed, though, because when I got into this community, which we're going back almost 2 years now, wow, it's been 2 years almost. Holy crap. So going back 2 years now, it was oil bomb. That was oil bomb, and butters were not talked about that much. In fact, you had a lot of people out there that were saying they didn't understand the point of a butter. They didn't know what a butter was supposed to do and all these other things. And then slowly but surely you started seeing butters getting their hold on things. And then all of a sudden you started seeing more oil butter, and bombs just started to disappear out of the picture almost. And for me, at least, there are only maybe 4 or 5 companies' bombs I'll still use, and that's because they're very light hold, more nourishing than anything else, almost very butter-esque, if you will, and that's why I still use those ones. But it's been the same thing. I've noticed the same thing, man. The bomb, I won't say bombs are dead, but they're not rising up at the top as they once were. Yeah,
I mean, I think that my balm was just, it was so close to my butter that it was, it's just like, if I did it again, if I came back and did it, like I said, I'd want to do like a stronghold, something to separate it from the, the butter. No, Psychobilly does not have patchouli in it. 1626 does.
1626, by the way, which if you haven't heard about, just go watch like Beard Code in anybody's live, and he'll bring it up a few times.
Yeah, I got to send. We got Chris and Tyson in here. What's up, guys? I got to send Devin his monthly 1626 hype train check.
Oh, well, you know what? He's been working hard, man. He's earned that check. He's been out there. Listen, I find it amazing that he likes 1626 so much because to me, it was a very like a mature cologne, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, where did I say it? I said it the other night. I can't remember where it was. But yeah, no, I was like, out of all the scents that I made and, out of all the scents that I had last year, how that one was, got so much hype towards the end of the year. All of a sudden, out of the blue, I was like, where did this come from? I was like, that wasn't the scent that I thought it was going to be. That just wasn't it, After Party obviously took over, but I think it was a little too late in the game. And so now it's caught steam. And like, that's, man, I have the hardest time keeping After Party on the shelf. I like, it's crazy how ridiculous that's just flying right now.
I like 1626 code, but I would disagree with you when it comes to the labels. I like my King's Bounty, dude. I don't know what to tell you, man. I enjoy my King's Bounty. I like 1626 too. Don't get me wrong, but for me, King's Bounty is my favorite with you. Period.
Yeah, man, that's a great scent, especially for the nighttime, man. That's why I did it. That was kind of other than Lemon Delight, Lemon Delight is kind of you can use it in the day or nighttime, but I think King's Bounty is just perfect for the nighttime. And I mean, you can use it. I think it's also a good date night thing, man.
I think so. But I mean, then again, it's been a while since I've had a date night. So I mean, maybe don't listen to me. Don't listen to me.
Yeah. Well, it's just, that was it. It took me by surprise with 1626. I didn't expect it. That was the very first scent I ever made, and it was just a fresh, clean cologne type scent that was just. I didn't even back then. I mean, I don't even think it was that special right away. But I always wore it all the time, and I'd go, I'd switch to something else, and I'd go right back to it. And I was like, man, this has something, but just I guess it has to just grow on you. You know
what I think also it is that even though a lot of reviewers hate that term, that cologne term, we all love our cologne scents because they're the first thing you think of when you're going out somewhere or you want to catch someone's attention is a one that smells like a cologne. We hate that term because we feel like sometimes people cop out. They're like, oh yeah, it smells like a cologne. Well, that doesn't help anything, dude. Colognes smell different,
Yeah.
Cologne so that's why we don't like the term, but it really is a nice, sophisticated cologne. I feel like I could almost see members of my family, their hair slicked back, tuxedos on, and that being thrown on before they walked out the door. So,
hell yeah! Hopefully I'd be invited, even though I don't have any hair to slick back. But
dude, I don't got it anymore either. So don't worry about it. You're good, brother. You're good.
We're in the club.
My family gets mad at me because they're like, you shave your head, but you still have hair. Like, you don't have to shave your head. I'm like, no, I don't have to do anything. I like doing it. My head, mine.
Yeah. So, I have to have a bald head at all times, unfortunately. Well, I guess not unfortunately. I love it,
I love my bald head. I do. I love everything about it. And the best part about it is when I wake up in the morning, all I got to do is go, yep, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm in my day. I mean, the beard takes long enough, dude. I'm not adding hair into the equation. I'll be taking longer in the bathroom than my daughter does, and that's not okay.
I gotta give Ron a shout out there. Thanks, Ron. He said he likes King's Bounty too.
So, what is your personal favorite of all your own? Is it 1626, or has there been another one that's taken your heart?
Yeah. You see, you're trying to get Devin upset with me now, aren't you?
If Code gets upset, listen, it's fine. I'm sure he can find some warm milk or something to calm himself down. He'll be okay. Don't worry about it.
I wear, when I'm not testing things, because I wear a lot of stuff that I'm working on, every day, just right, about, yeah. And so, but when I'm not wearing something that I'm working on right now for the last few months, or ever since I made it, basically. It's probably been about 2 or 3 months, I guess, but I wear After Party just about every day. I just love it. I just love that smell. I just, and then when I don't wear that, I wear 1626, and I try to throw in another company here and there every now and then, other companies that I like, but for the most part, yeah, man, it's After Party 24/7.
That would be this one right here.
Yeah, it looks a little different now. Label does, I don't have any more of the pictures and things, it's more like graphics, but they can check out the site and see the new ones. But those are classics right there, man.
Hey, man, listen, sometimes you guys change your labels. You guys change your whole company up on me. And they're like, then I see somebody will see me on a live and I'm like, yeah, man, go pick this up. And they're like, yeah, but with the new labels. I'm like, well, dude, what do you want me to do? I got your old one. Like,
yeah, no, I don't mind. I like seeing, that was me. That was defined in 2020,
After Party profile.
Yeah, that's bergamot, black pepper, tobacco absolute, vanilla, cardamom, and cassia.
Lemon Delight's a favorite of a lot of people, Chris. A lot of people love Lemon Delight.
Yeah, Chris has got a crazy addiction to Lemon Delight. He won't even buy anything else. Just Lemon Delight. That's it. Yeah. No, man, After Party's it. I mean, it's such a good scent. It's just bright. That tobacco absolute gives it a little bit of spiciness, and that, that's what cardamom's in the ginger family, so it gives it a little bit of spiciness too, but mixed with vanilla to even it out. It's good, man. It's just good,
What's your beard routine like, my friend? Like, are you oil during the day, butter at night? How many times do you wash / co-wash throughout the week?
Yeah, I do oil during the day and butter at night. And then, when it's like really cold and dry here, there's some times that I might do oil twice a day. It depends, because I got a gray beard. So, when it gets dry and when the air gets cold and dry, gray beards, they like to soak up oil, So, but yeah, no, I do oil during the day, butter at night. And then, like, as far as my wash routine goes, man, I have every scent of my beard bar in the shower. So I have to stop myself from making myself wash my beard every day, because I just want to use one. But I try to wash my beard 3 or 4 times a week at least. Right now, a little more. Right now probably more like 5 days a week. But I'd say pre-COVID it was a little different. I try to wash it a little more now. More than I like. And then my conditioner is once a week. If once, maybe twice, but I would say once a week, because it's just, it just deep conditions. So there's really no need to use it a lot. I stopped making the co-wash. It just didn't, I just felt like, the conditioner does the trick. I'm not going to get caught up in the co-wash argument. It was just another conditioner is all it was, and it had some cleaning properties to it. And so I said, no, I'll just stick with the conditioner. Maybe down the line, I'll work on a co-wash. They all have their place,
Yeah. I'm not getting wrapped up. That co-wash debate is a crazy one. The title does technically stand for, I believe, condition only wash.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it stands for, which leads me to believe it's just basically a conditioner. Mm-hmm. But again, I'm not getting into it because some guys get really upset with that thing. Some guys take that really serious.
Yeah, I'm not getting involved in that. It worked. It was great. I just said, unless I come up with something really groundbreaking, I'm just going to stick with my conditioner.
1626 conditioner, Kerry. Any chance?
I did it. It's gone. Don't you have one?
Huh?
Don't you have one? Did I not?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I have one. That was Michael Zarate asked.
Yeah. I was gonna say you have a 1626 co-wash, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah,
actually, I don't anymore because I used a quarter of it, and then Nick complained because I wouldn't let him have the 1626 butter, so I let him take the co-wash.
That's cool. Yeah, no, man, I did it. It was on the website for a while. It sold. I think I sent a couple of bottles to Devin, like when I finally decided just to go with the conditioner. But no, I mean, if he may be asking if I ever will do a 1626 in the conditioner. You never know.
Yeah.
You never
I
know.
mean, I'm sure if demand is there enough, he might get there at some point, you know.
Yeah,
maybe.
you know, the reason why I didn't do the reason why I didn't do like my own scent in my conditioner was because, you know, not everybody liked the same scent, you know, and so I didn't want to have to stock 6 or 7 types of, and I know there's guys out there that do. There's plenty of companies that do, and I mean that's fine. But for me, I just wanted one. I just picked a clean scent and ran with that. You know.
Hey man, I see that Code is over here saying he's holding on to. I think he's hoarding the stuff. Look, see, I'm holding on to those last few bottles of 1626 co-wash forever.
Yeah.
I'm almost done with my original bottle. See, he's gonna hold on tight. He ain't gonna let it go. So you were out of Texas, correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
And does that mean like you're a hometown kid? So like fan wise, sport wise, you have all the hometown teams in your mind?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm originally from Houston, so
you're a Rockets fan.
Yeah, I'm a Rockets fan. Are they losing to the Spurs right now?
So from a Nets fan, I want to say thank you.
You can have him, man.
James Harden is totally welcome over here.
Yeah, well, you know what? You won't say that when he plays great in the regular season and blows it in the playoffs.
We got Kevin Durant for the playoffs, dude. We got Durant for the playoffs.
I forgot y'all had KD. Yeah,
we got KD and Kyrie for the playoffs. So I'm fine.
He was frustrated because, man, during the season he'd get you all hyped up, and then in the playoffs he'd choke every single time. Every time.
Yeah, there was. I mean, it was getting to be a bit much because every time all I would hear was, "Oh, if they would just give him some help." I'm like, they gave him Chris Paul. They gave him a lot of help actually throughout the years. Clint Capella and all these guys. What more do you want them to give him?
Yeah, PJ Tucker, man, that guy hustled. Yeah, man, and he threw every last one of them under the bus in the last few weeks. I don't know, man. He was great but I think it was time to just move on. You know, I mean, it's kind of like, how much longer is JJ Watt going to play for the Texans? You know, like, is he fed up? I mean, you can tell Watson wants out, you know.
Deshaun Watson wanting out is not that surprising because I'm not trying to talk bad about your team or anything, but you can see it that something went horribly wrong in this system. Because he still looks like he knows how to play the game, like he's making the right reads. He led the league in passing this year, you know, like, so something else is wrong in that team somewhere, and he's just not happy.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was just never going to get. I think the problem with the Texans is their management. I mean, that's the issue. The front office is the problem. Andre Johnson called him out on Twitter the other day. You know, he said that nothing good is ever going to happen as long as they have that Easterby guy making all the decisions. And I was like, oh, man, you know, Andre's like, he's like the king of football in Houston, you know, Andre Johnson. You know, he was everything for years, you know. And so when he said that, it was like, you listen, you go, okay, now we know there's something going on behind the scenes. There's something wrong.
Especially because he wasn't an outspoken player who caused problems. He was a quiet guy who showed up, went to work, put up amazing numbers, did his job, you know?
Yeah.
But
then he got on Twitter yesterday and he did to what I saw a reporter said that he did to Jack Easterby what he did to Cortland Finnegan. You remember when he beat Cortland Finnegan up on the field? That was great.
But yeah, I just want it and I know some people have even been sitting here already. They said he's going to tear that team up, bad trade, stuff like that. Listen, I get what you're saying, I do, and I'm a little bit nervous because they've essentially auctioned off their entire future. They gave it all away to get James Harden here now and win right now. They gave away all their young stars, all their draft picks, everything else to get Harden.
Man, didn't Houston end up with 4 first-round picks in that?
Yeah, 4 first-round picks and what's his name from Indiana, Victor Oladipo. I can't say his last name, but
Oladipo.
Yes, him. Yes, they wound up with him too. And actually, Houston's starting 5 still looks really good right now. Like, I know there's no James Harden on it, but they still look pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
I was watching them a little bit before we jumped on, but it was halftime. I think they were down by 5 or 6.
Again, as a Nets fan, I get what they're saying here, but I have labored under pain and suffering for years as a Nets fan. Okay? Years. The closest we ever got was Jason Kidd's era, and he could only get us to the finals. We couldn't win. It was just a heartbreak every time. So I'm hopeful, man. I'm looking at this like finally somebody has said, Joe, in your lifetime, the Nets will win a championship. Here you go. They got 3 years to get it done together.
Man, Houston hasn't won a championship since mid-90s when we won 2 or 3 in a row. Like a key.
No, that was the Olajuwon team. Yeah.
Kenny Smith, Robert Horry.
That was 95 and 90. That was right when Jordan retired for a couple of years, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was right in the mid-90s. Yeah, definitely in the mid-90s. But I think we got two in a row. Yeah, 2 because the third year we didn't get it, and that was the first year we got Charles Barkley.
That's right. Yeah. Charles came over just to get a ring, and nope.
Yep.
There's a lot of unfortunate stories like that throughout sports, though. There's a lot of guys who coulda, shoulda, woulda, but never got their ring. They got great numbers, but that's about it.
Yep.
So I know if we hit the big number tonight, you wanted to do that huge giveaway, but you were talking about doing some other little ones. Did you still want to do some, or?
Yeah, you can give away. You want to do a gift card, $25.
It's up to you, sir. It's your company. Your giver.
Yeah, go for it. $25 gift card. That'll work. It'll be a code.
All right.
Send them.
So, Kerry's kind enough to do a $25 gift card giveaway, guys. So let's go through the rules here. All right. I know everybody's like, why do we got to do the rules, Joe? You say the same thing every time. Because there's still always somebody who gets upset about something. So I cover myself. Go through the rules real quick, right? We're going to do a random number generator. So you're only going to guess once. Wait for the number range. And remember, the internet prioritizes your answer on your screen. So it's the first one I see on my screen, guys. What shows up on your screen, I can't go off that. I can only go by what's on my screen. All right? So, again, wait for the number range and wait for those magic words. Give me a random number. Let's do 20 through 40. Go. And now, let's see, this is the fun part, right? StreamYard is terrible. So it's going to freeze up for a minute, and then everything will come through at once.
Oh, really? Oh, yep. Yeah, you're right.
Yep. See, there it goes. Now you got to go back and actually see if there was a winner. Which you guys can stop. I see a few people got it. Oh, I hate it when like 8 people get the number right. I always feel bad then. All right, so you guys can stop. We do have a winner. The winner is, and he's the first one on my screen to get it. A few of you got it right. I'm double checking here, but he's the first one on my screen, and that is Pete White with the number 23.
Nice. I think Pete just got an order from me.
Well, now he's going to be getting another one.
He also called it, man. He said that Jack Easterby he runs the Texans now. He was just a chaplain for the Patriots, and somehow he runs the Texans. So, yeah, now you know why they're in the situation they're in. But congrats, Pete.
What's up, G? How you doing tonight, brother?
What's up, Gary?
Yeah, congratulations. That's awesome, man. $25 gift card. If you don't have King's Bounty, you should get it. I'm just saying. Don't listen to code. You should get King's Bounty. Listen to me. I know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't want to take how you should smell advice from an 18-year-old kid. It doesn't work that way. He hasn't been through the wars of life yet. Trust me. I got this.
Gary's going to be upset when he finds out we're not giving away any cookies tonight.
Oh, man. Listen, Gary is I've never seen somebody go as nuts as he does over the cookies, man. But everybody's got to have their thing. His is cookies. What's going on, Dan? How you doing tonight, brother? So, dude,
Definitely.
Yeah, see? Joe is old, doesn't know what he's talking about. See, now, like, am I supposed to take that abuse? You're supposed to be kind to the elderly, Code. Like, hasn't anybody taught you that yet? Relax.
That was good. I got to admit, I got to give it to him. I'll give him a little bump in the 1626 hype chain check this month.
Little one. Nice dig. Here you go. Take that. Good job, kid. So, how many versions of your butter did you go through before you wound up at this?
God, man, a lot, because I was actually working on it in the middle of 2019, and I didn't release it until February or March of 2020. So we're talking almost a year. So I've different versions, I'd say, probably more than 15.
Did the atmosphere of the community, if you will, kind of have effects on it? Because when I first got into all this, butter then compared to butter now, two very different things.
Yeah, no, it is. It's, I don't know. I think, and now you got two versions. You got whipped and you got poured, and people, some people have their preference on that. Now, actually, Pete, it's going to be a code that I'll DM you. Just send me a DM on Instagram, and I'll give it to you. But no, yeah, I mean, I like both. I like whipped and poured. I tried that. I tried whipped. I tried poured. I just wanted something with more body in it, and I felt like the only way to get that would be with the poured. I mean, in mine at least. And so, and I tried a bunch of different butters, and it all ended up. What felt great in my beard was shea and mango with the Kerry oil blend.
Right.
I mean, it was like, why add all this other stuff? I didn't feel like it added anything else to mine. But everybody is. There's tons of butters out there that have 7 or 8 butters in them that are great. I mean, look at Chris, the Bearded Mac. He makes a great butter. Makes 2 great butters with and poured. And he's got really exotic butters in there. I mean, Gary uses quite a few in his, and so for me it was just like the simplicity worked, and so I went with it. I just said, okay, well this works great, I mean, and why keep trying? So I just finally came out with it. just try.
Now, do you, when you're testing, right? Because I know obviously you test on yourself a lot, but we always hear about how gray beards are a little different than your normal beard, taking care of them, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So did you ever worry about what felt good in yours might not be what works for the masses, if you will, because of that kind of situation?
Yeah, I mean not really just that, but also like with the carrier oils I chose, I tried to keep it simple. I just added hemp seed, this year for the first time. But I have a pretty standard carrier blend, but I was more worried about, if I was going to leave something out that somebody liked, I know some people like grapeseed and some people don't,
Right.
So I didn't use grapeseed in mine. It didn't, That doesn't mean it's not good. It's just, you can't worry too much about what, everybody's going to like, because you're never going to be able to please everyone, because everybody's beards are different. And so I knew when I was making mine that it was going to be for people who, have beards that really need to soak it in, and that's the way I looked at it. I just said, there's enough of us to go around, if mine doesn't work for someone, then someone else's will. But I also tried to get it to where it was like a happy medium for me too, to where I'd say, or I could say that, oh, this is great for me, but is it going to be good for everybody else? Let me adjust these just a little bit. Now I think, a good portion of people should be okay, but, you're never going to find that perfect blend that everybody loves, because everybody's beards are so much different,
So
I tried to find mine. I just wanted mine to be fast absorbing. I didn't want it to be greasy. It was just like, that's more what I thought about the most when I was coming up with mine, just didn't want it to be greasy, wanted to fast absorb. But I didn't want it to go away too quick, so yeah, that's just
Ben says his wife wants to eat the Lemon Delight butter.
Yeah. There's been times where buddies of mine have it, and they, they'll joke around and send me a picture with a spoon in it. It's like,
those are good friends. I don't care what anybody. Those are good friends.
Yeah.
So you hold an odd distinction in this household. Your oil was the very first oil that I've ever had removed from my shelf by somebody who came over for a visit. Psycho Billy just vanished.
That's a good thing, right? I mean,
I'm gonna assume that meant they liked it. So instead of asking me, they just decided to walk off with it.
Which one was it?
Psycho Billy.
Oh, yeah.
Psycho Billy Quiff. I can say the word. Say Quiff.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
Yeah, that's a
but
good
it was, it was Psycho Billy. It just went up and just took a walk.
It's worth stealing.
I thought so. I liked it. It's not one of the ones I have anymore, but when I had it, I enjoyed it. It was cool.
You sure it wasn't Nick?
No, it was not Nick, because I've gone to his house. His collection is out. You can see it. He'd have a hard time hiding that from me, unless he's hiding it in his sock drawer somewhere, like, forever, just to make sure I never find out it was him. Yeah. I don't think it was him.
Every time you come over, he's hiding the Psycho Billy so you don't know he stole it.
Maybe. I mean, this is a guy who claims he hangs out in pirate bars and everything else. So, my brother is a rare and unique individual.
Yeah, no, he's cool, man. Y'all did that. And, thanks for the props in your video today on your top cents. Because technically that was a top 20. That wasn't really a top 10 because y'all both did 10.
We always do, because we are so different. It's crazy.
I know.
Honestly. We are so different that it's crazy. So, and then the other problem was, if we sat there and worked out a top 10 for both of us combined, how do we figure out what's number one, what's number two? Like, if his number one is this one and my number one's this one, then how do we figure out who should really be the number one, right?
Yeah.
So
y'all had some good companies in there. I was surprised I was in there. I was like, oh wow, look at me.
Yeah, we have two very different tastes. He I don't know what he likes, honestly. He's so off the wall sometimes. And me, I tend to lean towards the darker things. I like my colognes. I definitely like my oud profiles. So,
do you have Distinguished Caballero?
I just got Distinguished.
That's right.
Caballero.
Yeah.
It's actually in beard today, sir.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yes, it is. It is. In fact, I remember when I told you I was going with this one, because this is one of the ones that Mo, after he won the charity auction, when he won that item, when he got the winning bid, this is one of the ones I picked. And you actually said, you're like, oh, good. I think you're going to like this one.
Yeah, because that's a dark earthy, cologne. I mean, it's not cologne. Don't get me wrong, but it'll give you that musky vibe, that dark musky vibe to it.
No, I quite enjoy it. And your butter, what's funny is when I make my top butter lists and such like that, I'm always laughing at it because those are my top butters at that moment, really, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as time progresses, I might actually be like, man, this was behind this on my list, but I actually enjoy this one more now.
Yeah.
Than I did this one.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of preference sometimes, and I'm also a little bit nuts. I won't use poured butter in the summertime. Don't ask.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I just won't. I won't do it for some reason. I have a certain amount of whipped butters, and I go to whipped for the summer for some reason.
Yeah, that is true because a lot of some companies only do whipped butters in the summer. But what you got to do with poured butter in the summertime is just use a very small amount. Just use less than you would in the wintertime. That's what I do. But I'm just trying to get you to keep using my butter in the summertime.
Healthy. Listen, 1626 is great. But see, Code, I think his nose is busted or something, and it only works for 1626, and that's it. Because if you ask him, Kerry's got 1626, and there's nothing else on the website. That's it. Only 1626 is up there. I'm here to tell you that 1626 is amazing, but he's also got King's Bounty, which is amazing. Distinguished Cup. I can't say that word, so I'm not going to do it. There you go. That one. He's got that, which is amazing. After Party is great. What's the other one that I really like?
Lemon Delight.
Yes, Lemon Delight.
Yeah. And like I said, man, I've got, I do have some new stuff coming out soon. I just spending a lot more time on that stuff.
What I say? Pure bliss. There he goes.
What did he say?
He said 1626 is pure bliss.
Oh,
that's what Code said. Yeah.
Man, he's just trying to get a raise.
Oh man, listen. I think it's kind of cool though that you guys kind of started at the same time in this thing. You and Devin, and I think it's cool that you guys have held that relationship the whole way through because we all have our relationships like that in this community. It's funny, I got started, and right around the same time that Bam from Jolly Old Fat Man was getting started, and we continue to hold that relationship the whole way through, which I think is cool. The relationships you make in this community, if you're coming in here looking for a monetary reward, might want to find another niche or something like that because it's not going to happen here right away. But if you're coming in here looking for the brotherhood, the people you're going to meet, and to try out some really cool products and stuff, this is exactly the right place for you.
Well, like with Devin, that's how you know that. That's how you know a reviewer is telling the truth because Devin bought the products from me in the beginning. Like Devin was one of my biggest customers, and he was doing reviews long before. We chatted back and forth occasionally, but not like what it's become. That's why if there's no better representation for your product than somebody who bought it and tried it and loved it. And so it wasn't just sent to them and they may be, pushing a review for you through, you know what I mean? So I'm not saying anyone does that or anybody that we know does that, but I'm sure it does happen, but that's why, probably closer to the end of the year, I said, you know what, man, this guy, he pretty much supports me 100%,
You're 100% right about that, sir.
Yeah, and so I just said, it'd be great to make him an affiliate. I think that, and it wasn't about the money or anything like that, but I was like, if you're going to spend, this much time supporting me and telling people about me, I want you to be rewarded for it and want his channel to be rewarded for it. I want to support his channel.
Right.
He supports my company.
So you're, I just completely blanked. My apologies. There we go. Your soaps. Do you have two different soaps on the website?
Yeah, I have beard bars because the beard bars have some of them have bentonite clay. Most of them have that.
Okay.
Some have bentonite clay, kaolin clay, illolite clay. So they are a little different.
And what I have is the body bar, correct?
Yeah, and then I have my body bars. Which one did I can't remember. Yeah, because I don't think I had the beard bars.
No, I don't
Yeah.
believe so. I think you only had the one soap, and that's the one you sent me.
Yeah. And now I've got four different beard bar scents and 8 or 9 body bar scents now. I think it's 8. I may be wrong, but that's something that I really wanted to expand, and so
it seems like a natural expansion in a lot of ways. Like it seems like a lot of beard companies seem to go into the soap world, which I never even looked at before. I'll be honest. The beard world has changed me so much that I've never looked at my soap and what was in it.
Yeah, and I always had I have sensitive skin, and so I can't just use Axe body wash, anything like that. I couldn't use big box stuff. I was always spending money on better soaps, and things like that. I had no problem spending $8 or $9 for bar soap. I mean, mine doesn't cost that much, but that's what I did, and I was going through them every 2 weeks, and so I just basically, my wife is giving me the business.
Being nosy.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Fine.
That's kind of why I went into it, because I was like, I use these soaps, so maybe I should get into soaps, let me see if I can do this. And so of course I went to work on that and made it happen. And I wanted the beard. I mean, technically, yes. Could you use my beard bars? Could you use them on your body? Yeah, but they do have other things in them that, like I said, all the clays, the kaolin, the bentonite,
right.
They have the benefits for hair, and so that's why I kind of separated the two. I could have marketed them as both, but I didn't. I separated the two. I got body bars and I got beard bars, and it's kind of funny because technically you could use the body bar in your beard if you wanted to, but the beard bar is going to give your beard a lot more conditioning and cleaning. Not really cleaning, but more of a conditioning aspect. It's going to wash it. The activated charcoal bar, that blackjack bar, oh my God, it's amazing, and it's flying right now. I just looked at that this morning, and I was like, oh crap, I got to get
back to work.
Yeah.
Time to get back to work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's something that I wanted to do, expand into the soap line, and I've got other ideas that I'm working on. There's only, I know there's one person that knows what I want to do. It's probably happening in the summertime, but I'll be doing something else. It's a little bit different than what I'm, it's not going to be another oil or butter or anything like that. So I'm always looking to I want to be a full-scale grooming company, and I'm doing it slowly. So starting out slow, oils, butters, soaps, and then we'll move on to other things that are in the makings right now. I just got the Chicago combs. I got better combs. Finally upgraded the combs. That was a big thing, and it's like the wood combs just weren't selling anymore. You got to keep up. I tried not to, but you got to keep up with the times. You got to keep what everybody wants.
Newfangled. They want to know if that has any chance of coming back.
Oh, well, that was a collab scent, and so it's kind of like a limited thing. But I would think yes. With maybe do it once a year, possibly.
Right.
It's what people need to understand. Like when you do like collabs and things, I'm a small company, so shelf space is like, it comes at a premium, So if I've created 3 more scents, that's more shelf space that I have to have, And so you kind of got to look at things that's when it sucks to be a business owner, because you have to look at things in a financial side of things and say, okay, which ones aren't moving the fastest, and
right.
make room for something else. But no, I could see me doing that again for sure. I still have the fragrance for it.
All right. So this one is a 2-part question, if you will. which item, whatever it might be, butter, oil, scent profile, however you want to do it, which one has been your best seller so far? And which one has surprised you with people's reaction to it?
After Party is my best seller. I mean, like, and as far as consistency goes, it's, 1626 sold a lot throughout the year. I released After Party later, but After Party ended up surpassing 1626 in way less period of time. So that, to me, obviously is the number one seller. And then what was the other one? What was the other question?
Which one were you surprised about people's reaction? Like, be it people didn't care for it or they loved it and you were surprised that they loved it, whatever it might be.
Well, I was surprised that Lemon Delight did so well. I didn't, I got that inspiration from a place called Nothing, I don't know if I can say it, Nothing Bundt Cakes. They have a lemon bundt cake with like this sugar glaze on it. And I love that smell. I love that aroma. And so I wanted, that for the beard. And I was scared to death because I thought everybody was going to be like, the guy had just released Distinguished Caballero. Think about that, extremely
Two
massive,
very different worlds.
rugged, dark,
yeah.
Tobacco, chocolate tobacco. I was like, but I went ahead with it because I loved it. I was like, I'm going to do it. This is going to be my summer scent. This is going to be it. I'm going to do it. If it doesn't work, screw it. Well, I'd say probably like August, I guess, when I put up that post that said, well, guess what, man, Lemon Delight is no longer just a summer scent. It's here for good. Like I need to have it around all the time. People want it all the time now, And so that one surprised me. In the King's Bounty, it surprised me in the beginning. And I think because it has the lavender, but there was a time where I almost did discontinue King's Bounty.
What? No, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, well, when it launched, the first month, it didn't do that well. And I was like, man, I knew if I did lavender, or anything floral, anything like that, nobody'd like it, And then it just started picking up steam, and then here we go. I mean, it's a great scent, And so it stayed in the rotation. So I'm surprised. I would say that I am surprised that Psychobilly really doesn't get much attention. It just kind of sits over in the corners like, hey, I'm good. Nobody really talks about it.
Just kind of sitting there like, hey, I'm here. I'm part of the lineup too, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been able to try it because, unfortunately, somebody decided to take it home with them after they came over for a visit.
Well,
Psychobilly is the barbershop with a twist, right?
Yeah, it's more like a soapy barbershop, and I don't want to use cologne, but it's not a cologne, but it's not your average, talcum. There's no powder or anything like that. It's definitely more like I like to call it like an upscale aftershave, kind of, but everybody has their own different opinion on it, or description of it, of what they think it smells like. What's my best-selling body bar, Pete? Man, that's going to be a toss-up between. Honestly, I think this is with everybody, but the Wild Cherry Almond.
That's the one I have.
Yeah, that sells very well, and right now. Pharaoh and Morocco, those are both selling like really good. One's it's got like Egyptian musk in it, and the other one is Moroccan vanilla beans with oats, and that one's moving pretty well. But yeah, it's, I don't know, you make a wild cherry, you have a wild cherry almond bar, it's like, for some reason it just always sells. It's great though. And if you notice, like I released the beard bar. I released a beer bar in the wild cherry, but it's got aloe added to it. And that one is much stronger than the body bar. It's just, I guess, with the aloe and everything else, but it just smells so good. Whenever I open up that closet, I'm just like, wow, geez, it smells awesome in here. But Wild Cherry Almond is probably number one. But if you want to go I would recommend probably Pharaoh or Sublime. That's a great one. It's like a lime and vanilla. Oh, it's so good. So good. I can't believe I've delved into this world of just soaps, you know.
I think it's all, first of all, again, I'm always amazed at myself these days when I see my soap collection and all that. I'm like, you are the guy who, if my mom would have called and been like, hey, on your way home, we need, soap, I would have walked into the store and went, what's on sale? Like, we need body wash. I would have just bought whatever was on sale. Now, all of a sudden, I'm the guy who has all natural soaps everywhere, and I won't use the stuff sitting in the bathroom.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's why I like the fact that beard companies are branching out into the soap world. Like I know Holly Whiskey and Hardtack. I heard she's got great soaps.
Yes,
Chris Bearded Mac. He just released his soaps.
Oh, what? Really?
Tyson Copper Johns. He's got soaps. You're starting to see it more and more, and I mean, it's a good thing to pick up. I mean, if you're going to pick up something to take care of your beard and your, in the skin underneath, you might as well take care of your skin all over your body too. Pick up a bar while you're shopping, whatever company you like.
Yeah, this question's been coming up a few times, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with just Kerry here, but people have been asking this in a few different lives of mine recently, and that's, do we think that the beard train thing will slow down one day to where there's not so many options and companies out there anymore and stuff? But I don't even think we've hit our peak yet, honestly.
Yeah,
I think we're still growing.
I don't see it slowing down right now, and it's definitely growing. I mean, because when I came into this, when I first got in, I was like, wow, there's a lot of beard companies, and even in the short year we've been in business, there's been 1,000 other companies pop up. So
that's the way it feels.
Yeah. So, I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. Will it ever reach a bottleneck? Maybe. Yeah. What do you do when everybody's got a beard company? Who knows? I wouldn't suggest starting one. That's all I got to say.
Well, here's what I would also say to that, though. Even though we have seen quite a few pop up as of recently, I can also go back to this time last year and name 10 to 20 companies that aren't around anymore.
Yeah. We're very fortunate to launch in a year of COVID. Sorry, I guess we're not supposed to say that word, but we'll say it. Launching in a year like that and making it through, that was a challenge in itself.
Absolutely.
And so I kind of wish it hadn't happened that way. I wanted my first year to not have COVID involved, but it did. And the only thing you can do is just, it kind of worked out for the best. It did for me. I don't know if this happened to every beard company, but everybody was buying online. That's just how it was. Everybody was buying online. Nobody was going anywhere. Like in the summertime, sales were great. I was like, wow, I didn't expect this at all. And, and it was the same way with Gary's in here, Black Friday and all that stuff. It was like, we've seen what happened to the post office. Beard companies crushed them. Pretty much. Everybody. Everybody was shopping online, so the post office couldn't keep up. Oh, cool, Pete. Yeah, I'll send you that DM when I get off here with that code for you. Yeah, it's that was a tough year, man, and to come through like that. But I definitely feel sorry for the companies that couldn't make it through. That's got to be heartbreaking, especially when you didn't know it was coming. A lot of people have great intentions. Shoot, I almost forgot.
The gabagool. Fantastic, my brother. Good to see you, Ben.
Yeah.
Kerry, do you know what gabagool is?
No, what is that?
You don't know what gabagool is? Oh, see, well now I
Are you
have a
talking
chance.
about like the Sopranos?
Yes, gabagool.
Oh, okay.
The food, gabagool.
Yeah, there you go. Then I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
I just,
There you go.
spelled out, you look at it and it's like, what is that? Yeah, I mean, we survived. And, for those companies that didn't, hopefully they'll either give it another shot or venture into something else and succeed that way. You never want to see anybody fail. I don't, at least.
No, yeah. I mean, it was alarming. There were some companies that I had relationships with that unfortunately they had to make a decision essentially. Either they were going to close it down or they were going to put everything they had into it and hope things turned around.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't take those risks because if it didn't turn around, it could cost them everything in their personal life. Yeah. So, there were a few people who had to be faced down with those decisions, and it was unfortunate, but that was the way things were this past year. Things got crazy for a lot of people, man. It's been a rough year.
Yeah, everybody had to make a lot of decisions that they didn't think they were going to have to make. I mean, I don't think that I didn't think about it. I said 3 months in, I said, should I? Do I? I mean,
right.
I got 2 oils and 2 balms. If I'm going to bail, now's the time. Now's the time. If I'm going to bail, now is the time, But I said, no, I'm going to stick with it, and I did. And it worked and it paid off. And I made it through, and I'm lucky. I'm one of the lucky ones. And I think, I'm totally thankful for that every day. I'll never take that for granted.
I'm sorry. I'm listening to so I don't know if you can hear that, but that noise yelling right now is Sam because somebody just shot her in Fortnite.
I thought it was my daughter. I can hear her yelling at the dog out there.
Oh, well, there you go. See, it's one of ours, but that one's mine at the moment.
I'm used to it. We just got her a puppy like 4 months ago, man. So she loves it.
All right, sir. I have a segment on here called Ask the Reviewer, where you can ask me any 5 questions you want, and I have to answer them.
Woo.
So The floor is yours, sir.
Okay. Let's see. We'll start with the hard questions. Who is your favorite beard company?
See, that's unfair. That's unfair. Because there's at least 5 guys who are going to give me hell when I give this answer.
There's company owners in the stream too. I'm ready to blame you for not saying them.
I know. So if I had to be horribly honest, I can tell you who's been my favorite beard company of this year so far. Well, of 2020, who was my favorite, and that was Black Rebel. Everything Pedro put out, I was absolutely loving in 2020.
Yeah, man. Pedro he's killing it right now. He's in down in South Texas. He's a little bit further from me, but he is definitely killing it. You got to give it to him on that one.
2020 was definitely a big year for me with him. A lot of the things he put out were it was like he was taking scent profiles directly from my brain and putting them into a bottle.
Yep.
So it was hard not to fall in love with the things he was doing in 2020.
Yeah, I mean, I have one of his. I forgot which month it was. It's the Teakwood Cologne or something like that. What's it called? I can't remember.
You got Bronco Buster.
A couple months ago. I can't remember which one it is.
A couple months ago?
Yeah, it's like a cool water cologne mixed with Teakwood.
Super Scout?
No. Here, man. Let me see. Hold on. I gotta know now.
These are going to be some tough cues if he's starting with that one, Joe. I know, dude. I'm ready. It's all good, man. Listen, you're never going to make everyone happy, right? But Black Rebel has been, honestly, I've really enjoyed a lot of the things. But I could name off another 5 companies whose stuff I've loved this year too. But if he's asking me to pick one, it was Black Rebel for now.
The Continental. That's what it is.
What was it?
The Continental.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't get that one, unfortunately.
It's pretty good. pretty good.
Popping some
Yeah, that's the only
popcorn
thing I've ever.
from the firestorm.
That's the only thing I've ever tried from him. What does it say?
No, they're all predicting that companies are going to start coming in here and yelling at me in a minute. I didn't pick them.
Sorry.
That's fine, dude.
All
You're
right,
good, brother.
We'll get some more companies yelling at you. Which is the worst beard company? I'm just kidding.
That I've ever tried?
I can't honestly ask you to answer that.
I can honestly answer it if you want.
Sure, go ahead.
It's not the ones that everybody will talk about, like the Cremos and all those guys. They're, I honestly think if you're in a store and you have to buy one of those, it's not the worst thing you'll ever put in your beard, but it's far from the best. It's a company called Pirate's Secret. Okay.
There's a beer company called Pirate's Secret.
Yep, it's called the Pirate's Secret, and it burned. It hurt. It was not fun. And when I told the owner this, his response was that I didn't know what I was talking about, and that his beard oil could cure foot fungus.
Ooh, wow.
So
okay.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a way to market your beard oil.
That's what he told me. I don't even know if they're still around to this day. I think they are. I was just looking at their site about a month ago, and they were still there. So
Gary said I missed your answer anyway.
That's fine. So yeah, that would be my worst. There were a couple others that were bad, but those companies aren't around anymore. So why kick somebody when they're down?
I hear you. Yeah, we don't want to do that.
No, wait. I'm sorry. There's one other that ties for it, and they're a pretty big brand as far as marketing goes, at least. Monster beard stuff. Their stuff is not good, in my opinion.
I must live in a hole because I've never seen them either.
Really? You've never seen Monster?
Well, no, because I mean, I really only thing I ever see, like when I see ads, it's always Chesapeake. It's just Chesapeake. I think Gary spends like thousands of dollars every month on ads.
No, there was they have a really cool concept, like the different monsters, like the werewolves and vampires and all that kind of stuff. It's all really cool, but the actual product just was not that good. It was a huge letdown for me. Huge.
Well, Monster, I guess when you're trying to brand your beard oil after the same name as one of the most popular energy drinks in the world, could be a good move, maybe not. Who knows? He says Gary only targets my phone. Yeah, when he's doing ads, he puts targeting in and he just throws my phone number in there.
Yeah, so Monster would definitely be in that category as well. It was not good. Really, really was not a good experience at all.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely haven't experienced the Pirate's Secret. That's for sure.
It wasn't fun, dude. And then literally after we put out the review, and in the review, we were very honest. I was very honest. I wasn't like nasty or destructive. I didn't think so, at least. I was honest. For the next year, and I kid you not, every day I got an email from this owner harassing me to take the video down.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. No, feel free to do all the bad reviews on my company that you want.
That I don't see that happening anytime soon, brother, but I'll keep that in mind.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. I'm a big teddy bear. All right, so I get 3 more questions, right?
Yep.
Who's your favorite band?
We talking like all time or currently?
Actually, then we'll do question 3 and 4. Who's your favorite band all time, and who's your favorite band currently?
So currently, it would have to be nobody.
That's a good choice.
I don't really like anything of today that much. I really there isn't much out there at the moment that I'm listening to that's from this generation. Really, I know that sounds like cliche or whatever, but that's just me being honest. I don't listen to a lot of new music. All time, that's rough. But I think Skinner would still take that one.
Yeah, you're old like me, huh?
Well, I'm not like old. I mean, how old are you?
Saying I'm old? Or
I don't know. How old are you?
I'm 47.
Well, you got 11 years on me, so
But I'm young and spry, though.
if it makes you feel better, to Devin, we're all ancient. So what's the difference?
Yeah, I know. I think that's why I like Devin so much because I feel like every month I'm giving him money for school lunches and things like that. I'm supporting.
Wait a minute. So maybe Whitey Morgan and the 78s currently, they're still out. They still make new music. So maybe those guys from
Who?
my current ones,
Who'd you
Whitey
say?
Morgan and the 78s.
No, I have not heard of them.
Oh yeah, he's kind of like a mix between an outlaw country, like if Johnny Cash met, I don't know, maybe like Guns N' Roses. If those two met, that kind of mashed feel.
So you're not a fan of Ben Jamin's band at all?
Ben is part of those heavy metal rock, and I'm not. That's not my scene, dude. I love Ben. I'll support anything Ben does. Just don't ask me to actually listen to the whole thing. But I will throw it up and support you every which way. Ben's genre just isn't, unfortunately, my genre.
Levi asked me what I'm vaping on right now. This is kind of funny. I'm actually vaping the after party right now.
What?
Yeah, there's a company called Telios, Teleos. The owner's name is CJ. He started about 6 years ago, I guess 7 years ago. They're pretty popular. He sells a ton of e-liquid, but he has a flavor called the After Party. It's not tobacco absolute. It's fried dough, raspberry, and powdered sugar. Raspberry jam and powdered sugar and fried dough. It's like a New Orleans beignet or whatever they call them.
I get it, Donald. I'm from Jersey. It should have been Bon Jovi or Bruce because I'm from Jersey. I get it, dude. And believe me, I'm a bigger Bon Jovi fan, I guess, than I am Bruce, but I like them both. So I get it, but they're not like even in my all-time top 5, if you will. So I like them both. They're just not. My mom, she loves Bruce, loves him, like loves him.
I was gonna say, man, yeah, Jersey.
She loves him. Every time him or Bon Jovi come back around, she's going to the concert. There's no question in her mind. So there's one question left if you want it, sir. If not, we can move on to the lightning round.
Let me think of something. Let's see. We've done your favorites. Let's think of something else. What is your? We'll go deep here. What is your favorite childhood memory?
Favorite child?
Whether it be going to games with pops or something. Just what was your favorite childhood memory that you still remember today?
My first New York Giants football game.
Awesome. See,
I was 13, 12, something like that. And my grandfather took me with my mom, with my stepmom. But my grandfather, to me, was the greatest human being that ever walked the earth. Nobody can ever tell me anything different. And he was the biggest Giants fan that ever walked. I mean, the man saved M&M peanut bags because they had the New York Giants on it. Unopened. He had Wheaties boxes unopened, cans of soda unopened. He was the biggest Giants fan.
Back then, the Giants were killing it too, man.
Yeah, he was the biggest Giants fan on the planet. LT jersey, Harry Carson, Pepper John, like everybody. He had everything.
That's right, Ben. Deep thoughts with Kerry.
So he took me to the Giants game. It was just a very cool experience. Like, him, even though I'm 13, I'm a little older, but he's like, you go to the game, you got to get a sausage sandwich. Let's go. You got to get one. And I was like, well, what if I want like a ham? No, you got to get the sausage sandwich. Let's go. So just doing the whole thing with him, and the Giants actually won the game, which made it even nicer. So it was a great experience for me.
See, there you go. Now I got you all. I got you right in the feels.
All right, sir. So that was your turn. Now it's my turn. Are you ready for my random ass question round?
Oh yeah, let's go.
All right, you know how this goes. Just a bunch of random questions. Just answer them however you feel fit.
You got it.
First one. Fish or steak?
Steak.
Hot dog or hamburger?
Hamburger. That you got to know where the meat's coming from. At least one source.
There you go. I know where you are, but still, pizza or taco?
Tacos all day long, man. Tacos.
Sub sandwich or a bagel?
Man, you just made me realize I hardly eat either one. But
Dude, I eat both on a almost bi-daily basis.
I do like a bagel with some honey butter on it, which is probably against the rules in New York or Jersey. And then you gotta have
What did you just say? A bagel with what on it?
Honey butter.
Sorry.
Nah, man, I'd have to go with a sub sandwich because I get that a lot more frequently than I do bagels.
If you could be any animal, which animal would you be and why?
A lion, because I'm a Leo and I demand all the attention. I'm just kidding. I'm what kind of animal would I be? Wow. I'm a bear. Just a big giant bear, because
nobody's gonna mess with you.
I can come up to you and give you a big hug, but if you do something bad to me, I can also get them claws out.
Yeah, I hear you. See me, I'm coming back as a rich person's cat.
Well, I didn't know we could do that.
I just think there's no better life out there than a rich person's cat.
Man, there's no better life than any cat. I mean, my wife has cats that just lay around all day, and I'm like, man, how awesome would that be to not have no mortgage, no car payments, just sit there and look at everybody else stress out every day.
There it is, man.
While they feed you.
I am not practicing for tomorrow night. I can't practice for tomorrow because if I try and eat pineapple before tomorrow's not going to happen because I'm going to puke. And then when I smell the pineapple again, I'm going to be like, nope, this ain't happening. So there's no practicing, diving in, and that's that. G.I. Joe or Ninja Turtles?
Man, Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles all the way.
Okay.
Yes, it is a Dixon.
That's a Dixon? I was about to say, it looked like it was. I got one. I love it.
Yeah, in Texas, we can't wear the flannels all the time because it's, yesterday was like 40 degrees and today it's like 70. These are
Thundercats. Thundercats or Transformers?
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Thundercats, that gets me, man. Thundercats.
Dude, I was a huge Thundercats fan when I was a kid. Huge. Yep. Apple or Android?
Apple.
Ugh. All right. Well, that's fine. I guess that's your call. Coffee or tea?
Oh, coffee.
Beer or wine?
Beer. Definitely.
Favorite cookie?
Ooh, man. That's a tough one. We're getting into cookies now. This is some serious stuff.
I know. I bring it. I bring the heat, dude. You got to be ready.
I like peanut butter. I like those little cookies that have the little peanut butter cup on top of them.
Oh yeah,
I'm talking about
ones.
Yeah,
those are good ones.
That's like my favorite. I would say those soft cookies with the icing you get at the store, but then everybody will say that's not a cookie.
All right. Favorite chip?
Favorite chip? I am a Cheeto guy, man. I love Cheetos.
Yeah, I like them too, but my nephew loves them. My little 3-year-old nephew, so none of us ever get to them. He just he just sits there, and then you feel bad if you eat him because he's going to want more. So we just leave him alone.
Yeah, Tom, I think I have, 5 or 6 now, and I have a bunch of these. Like I got the black and white polka dots. That one.
Oh man, I've just got the one, and I love it. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
But All right. Favorite rock band of all time, we're saying.
Man. All
Well,
right.
see, you did it to me.
No, I knew this was coming. Of all time. And see, you're probably going to think that I'm going to go like way back because I'm 47. But this is a band that I listen to a lot, and I got to go with them. So I'm going to go with Social Distortion.
Okay.
Yeah, man, that was like I listen to them just about every day. Yeah, Ken said my band. I don't even listen to my band anymore. Social Distortion for sure, man.
All right, man. Sweatpants or jeans?
Jeans.
Okay.
Just kidding, man. I'm wearing joggers right now.
Kerry, did you just become best?
I guess Gary's a Social Distortion fan.
Oh, he's a Dixon fan. That much I know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Football or baseball?
Oh man, that's hard because I do love both, but football, I got to go with football.
Basketball or hockey?
Basketball.
Golf or tennis?
Yeah. Wait, what? Golf or tennis?
Yeah.
Golf all day because you can drink beer.
I was gonna say you're from Texas. Did they even play hockey in Texas?
No,
Does
that's
Texas
why
have a hockey team?
I mean, we have hockey team. I think the Dallas Star, aren't they pretty good? But I don't watch hockey, so I don't know. But I think they're.
All right, now I'm going to hit you with a fan question here, and let's see if you can give an answer based off of credentials or your fandom. Right?
Okay.
Better player, J.J. Watt or Aaron Donald?
Oof, that is tough, man. Aaron, the reason why. I mean, I got to say J.J. Watt, or else my Texas friends are going to kill me. I got to go with J.J. Watt. I can't. Aaron Donald is probably going to play longer than J.J. Watt. I think Aaron Donald has a few more years than Watt does, but Watt is definitely the best defensive player in the NFL.
I think J.J. Watt, I think he slowed down a bit. Obviously, the injuries have definitely taken their tolls on him. But when you think about that, the injuries he suffered, all that stuff, and then you see the level he's still playing at,
yeah,
it's absolute insanity. That man is a nightmare.
Yeah, he has to have that like holster to keep his elbow like on his arm.
Yeah.
You know?
And yet, I think he led the league in sacks this year. If he didn't, he was definitely in the top 3, but I think he led the league in sacks this year.
Yeah, no, I think so.
So, that man has been through hell and back, and he's still one of the best players on the field, period, every game. Amazing. James Harden or Tracy McGrady? They both played in Houston.
I know. And you asked me at a time that I'm jaded about James Harden, so I'm going to go with Tracy McGrady.
I would go with Tracy just because I think he was more a part of their culture, honestly.
Yeah, he was. He definitely contributed more. He was more of a team player.
Yeah, and he loved Houston. He said it more than once. He loved his time there. He loved playing there. So,
yeah.
Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon or Yao Ming?
Oh, I got to go with Hakeem, though, man. Olajuwon. That was, man, he was part of Phi Slamma Jamma before he even got to the Rockets. Man, that was him and Ralph Sampson. I'm bringing up old people now. See, y'all need to shut me up.
Well, Hakeem also was the only person I ever saw that in his prime gave Shaq fits.
Yep.
He drove Shaq nuts.
Because he was way more athletic than Shaq.
Yes. Yeah. Way more. He could use the hook shots on him, and there was Shaq didn't have a way to stop him a lot of the times, and it drove him nuts.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, favorite cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Favorite soda?
Dr. Pepper.
Favorite ice cream?
Oh, that's tough. Oh my gosh, the cherry one, Ben and Jerry's. Oh God, what's it
Cherry
called?
cherry, or whatever.
Is that what it is? It's the chocolate and cherry chunky
something.
monkey, I think is what it's called, or something like
There's
that.
a chunky monkey too. I don't know if that's it, but
I can't remember, but it's the cherry with the chocolate. That one's probably fun. But I like any type of ice cream as long as Cherry Garcia. That's what it is.
Cherry Garcia. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
Goodfellas or Godfather?
Ooh, that's a tough one, man. Goodfellas was hype, man. I'm telling you. But Godfather, I mean, can you really touch that? Isn't that the original? I mean,
It is the original
yeah.
in a lot of ways. It's the one that started those kinds of mafia. I mean, there were ones before it, but that kind of set the standard for the new era of those movies.
I think Goodfellas. I think they were probably a little more ruthless.
Yeah.
I gotta go with Godfather.
All right. Better show, Sopranos or Sons of Anarchy?
Sopranos.
Thank you. I appreciate that one. Who wins in an actual fight, not a computer-generated one, a real fight? Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone?
Probably Stallone. But then again, I mean, does he really box? I mean, does he really have those skills?
He's really trains boxing. How's that?
Now, Schwarzenegger would have a good chance because of the strength aspect of it, but I think Rocky would have more of the skill aspect. I think Rocky would take it, yeah. All
right, I'll go with that one. Same thing, area. Who wins, Jean-Claude Van Damme or Steven Seagal?
Oh, man. You're going to make me watch some bad 90s movies after this, man. Steven Seagal had some of the best movies. Oh, he's so good. Man, those are so cheesy. I love them.
But I love them all.
I know. So I can watch them. I think I have like a bunch downloaded. I told my wife one night, I was like, man, I watched like 3 Steven Seagal movies. Like Under Siege. Oh, my God. Like
watching those guys all go nuts, jumping around, and Seagal just goes and breaks everything in their body.
Yeah, I'm going with Seagal just because I have to. That's what I think Seagal would finesse his way out of it somehow.
Absolutely. All right. Kickball or dodgeball?
Kickball or dodgeball? Man, I got to go with dodgeball because anytime you can knock somebody out with a ball, that's way more fun than just kicking it.
Tag or manhunt?
Manhunt.
Yeah, see, manhunt was like more coordinated. Mm-hmm. You got to make strategies and stuff. It was fun.
Yeah.
Rock or rap?
I mean, I listen to both, but I prefer rock.
Country or pop?
I try not to listen to either, but if I have to, I'll listen to country just because I'm in Texas. I was
gonna say, come on, man! At least the outlaw country. There's some good ones out there.
Well, I mean, here in Texas, it's like you're pretty much listening to country whether you want to or not. So,
Ali versus Tyson, who wins?
Like if they were both like in their heyday?
Yeah, both in their primes.
Man, I hate to do this to Ali, but I really think Tyson would give him the business, man.
Really?
I mean,
listen, I'm one of those
that is some power. Yeah, or it was then.
I'm one of those that's always wondered personally because I can see Ali jabbing, moving, picking them apart. But if Tyson got there, if he found his way there, could Ali take all that punishment from Mike? I don't know,
I mean, because he never saw that kind of punishment, when he was boxing. And I'm not saying that, he obviously Ali didn't breeze his way through anything, but I mean, Tyson, man, that boy, he could throw back then.
Yeah, and he had more skill than people ever gave him credit for. Much more skill for Fightle than they gave him credit for.
Mm-hmm.
MMA or boxing?
MMA.
Better quarterback? Tom Brady or Drew Brees?
I mean, I have to go with Tom Brady. He's got the most Super Bowl rings. That's got to say
Yeah, the
something.
numbers tell you Brady, right? That's just the way it works. I
Yeah,
love Drew. I've always liked Drew because of the story. You know, San Diego getting rid of him for Rivers, and he goes to New Orleans and changes the culture forever.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, the rest is history. So I've always liked the story, and I think Drew is going to be in the discussion of the top 5 of all time, arguably, when he's done.
Yeah.
But
yeah. But when you need more than one hand for all your Super Bowl rings, you can't. I mean, I have to go with Tom Brady.
oh, look at all the cheeseheads coming out. Neither. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron freaking Rodgers. Look at them all. Look at them all. Look at them all. Relax. Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
Michael Jordan all day. All day, Michael Jordan.
Okay. Favorite comedian?
Dave Chappelle, man.
That's one who stopped way too soon, by the way.
I know, man. And, you know, nowadays he can't even do what he really wants to do. But, you know, those were some good times. You know, I feel sorry for comedians now because they don't really get to say what they used to say anymore, you know, but it was good. Dave Chappelle, you know, I grew up in the era of Richard Pryor and guys like that. So I've heard just about every offensive joke you can think of. It never bothered me. It's just comedy. It's just comedy, man. You know, it's just comedy.
I grew up with Dice.
Oh man, yeah, easily. Oh my God,
huge Dice fan. Love Dice.
Fairlane. Did you ever see that movie?
Yeah,
it was horrible, but it was great because Dice was in it. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. Small town or big city?
Man, that's a good one because I've done both. You know, I grew up in Houston, and now I live in a little tiny small town. So if you would have asked me this question 20 years ago, I would have said big city. And now that I'm getting close to 50 years old, I'm going to go with small town.
Okay. Who wins in a fight, Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees?
Jason.
Yeah.
Anybody who doesn't say a word and hides behind trees, you can't trust them. They're gonna win. They're gonna win.
There you go. American Muscle or import?
American Muscle.
I don't think anybody. We had a few pick import, not many. Who wins in a fight, King Kong or Godzilla?
Godzilla. I think he'd burn him.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be hard to beat the current Godzilla, honestly, the way they've made him in the new movies. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Favorite actor, for whatever reason?
Oh, man. This is funny. My favorite actor is the dude. And I'm not just saying any dude. I'm talking about the dude.
The dude.
You know who that is?
His name is, but why can't I? Go.
Jeff Bridges? No. What is his name?
Yes. Thank you. Don't mind me. But my 2 friends that I do Beards on Film with are going to kill me for not knowing that one right away. So, thanks. Favorite actress? Oh.
Oof.
I think I stumped him.
Yeah, you did. I didn't expect that one coming. Favorite actress. Who's that chick in 50 Shades of Grey? That doesn't count, does it? Because she's not really an actress, right? She's just there for the looks.
Well, it can be for the looks if you want. It's your call.
I'm gonna go old school here, and now, see, why do you have to stump me like I haven't been stumped in a long time? This is good. Do you remember Weird Science?
Yes.
When I was growing up, I had a huge crush on Kelly Lebrock.
Okay.
You know who that is? She's a horrible actress, but I'm going to say she's the best actress just because of the way she looked in that tiny little shirt. And okay, I'll shut up. Yeah, it's Kelly Lebrock.
All right, brother, you got it, man.
I'm kidding. It's not Kelly Lebrock. It's Julia Roberts, man.
Julia Roberts. Okay.
There you go.
Favorite horror movie?
Man, believe it or not, this is going to sound cheesy. I'm sure a lot of people say, the Friday series, and, you mentioned
Everybody's got their different picks.
Yeah. I got to go with the Saw series.
Okay.
For some reason, I got into that stuff, Once they started busting Achilles tendons, that's when it really started getting me a little bit. But for some reason, I just couldn't. Those things were like train wrecks. I couldn't stop watching it, even if they were horrible.
I still remember that scene with the
yeah, I'm telling you, makes see
little things like that stick out to me. Like, Nike or Reebok?
Oh, Nike. Well, I wear Adidas, but if I had to choose between Nike and Reebok, it'd be Nike for sure. I mean, unless you give me some of those old pumps, the Reebok pumps, you remember those? People walking around pumping up their shoes.
Yeah, I had the pumps, man. I had them.
Like stopping at the gas station, got to fill up the shoes, No, yeah.
Getting ready to play a game, you're getting ready to play basketball or something. You're like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I got to pump up real quick.
That's right. Can't get going until those are pumped up, man.
Favorite cartoon?
Oh, man. See, people are going to think I'm a total geek, man, but Ren and Stimpy is my favorite cartoon.
There you go. That's a good one, dude. That's a good one. Favorite board game?
I was always just a big Monopoly guy. Like we like to do that with my family. We like to play.
Why do you guys like playing 8-hour long board games, man? I get it. All right, it's cool. That's fine. Favorite cologne?
Favorite cologne?
Yep.
Blue de Chanel.
Okay. Favorite candy?
Man, anything with chocolate on it. But no, if you want to make me pick one, a Score bar. You know what that is?
No.
It's like a Heath bar. It's like a toffee.
I know what a Heath bar is. Yeah.
Yeah. So Score is spelled SKOR. It's basically the same thing as a Heath bar, but a little different, I guess.
Okay. If you can visit
Kelly Lebrock married Steven Seagal. Oh shit!
Really?
See what I mean?
Who said that? Really?
Jeff Rice.
Wow. Okay. If you can visit any place before your time is up on this earth, what place would it be?
Ooh, and I don't have to stay on Earth, right?
I don't know. Anywhere you want to go, I guess.
You said on Earth, though.
I did say on Earth.
Okay, so we got to stay on Earth because I would definitely want to go to Mars, at least, or maybe even further, because like we talked about before, the aliens aren't coming here, because we've scared them all off. So that's not going to happen now. But on Earth, where have I not been? I act like I've been everywhere. What am I talking? I'd like to. I would definitely like to visit the rainforest.
Okay. And then any historical figure that you could hang out with, who would it be? It could be any. Like, people always think into this way too much, and they go for like George Washington and this. I'm talking anybody throughout the history of America or the world that has been in some way, shape, or form talked about that you would have liked to hang out with.
Yeah. Man, that is a tough one. You're right. Like, I'm sitting here trying to think like way too far back, but I would say, oh gosh, this is going to sound so cliche, but I consider Johnny Cash a historical figure.
Oh, dude, so right. Absolutely.
So
awesome choice.
Yeah,
awesome.
If I'm going to hang with someone, it'd be him. That'd be fun.
Absolutely. Good call. That's great. Well said.
See, you thought I was going to say like Abraham Lincoln or somebody corny like that, huh? I'm sitting there bagging on Lincoln. I shouldn't do that.
All right, sir. And then it's time for the last two questions that burn up our community. How do you like your steak?
Oh man, medium rare.
Yeah, no accounting for taste. And does pineapple belong on pizza?
Not in my world. It doesn't.
Good man. Good man. Well done. You survived the random ass question round.
Sweet.
Well, brother, unfortunately, we did not hit that magic 100 number for that mega giveaway tonight.
Just so I was too boring tonight. That's what it was.
No, it wasn't your fault. It's me. It's always me. It's got to be me. No.
My email list let me down today.
Hey, man, it happens. We tried. That's what counts. We tried.
No, we're good, man. I just wanted to have fun, and I was just really just trying to give people some just wanted to give back if I could. But you know what I'll do now? I'll sell it.
That's it.
What does that say? Pineapple belongs on the reviewer's table tomorrow night.
No, it doesn't, but it's going to be there because you guys bullied me. Unfair.
That's funny. Yeah. No, that was pineapple is I think that's something you guys are going to be talking about for many, many years to come.
I got a feeling tomorrow night's going to go down in history one way or the other.
It's going to happen. There's going to be a beard company that does a pineapple pizza beard oil just because. Because.
Probably.
Do it, Gary. I don't know if Gary's still in here, but let him do it. I mean, he just did peanut butter and jelly. Might as well do pineapple pizza too. Let's go for like the whole school lunch program here.
So, all right, brother. That about wraps it up for us. Unless there was something else you wanted to get to real quick, because I have to go chase my daughter and make sure she gets in bed now.
Yeah, no problem, man. I appreciate you having me on. I'm glad that we got to do this. It's always fun, and I'm glad. Thank you everybody that came and hung out with us, and I will always support your channel for sure.
I appreciate that, brother, and we will always support your company. I also would like to thank you for understanding when I had to cancel back in December and being willing to move over and all that stuff. I know it was all kind of last minute. Things got crazy, so I appreciate you understanding and rescheduling and coming back.
Yeah, man. Family first, always. I was like, I didn't even think about it. I was like, no, take care of, you got to take care of the family. That's way more important than anything we're doing here. So it was not a problem.
All right, guys. Again, I want to thank Kerry for his continued support to the channel, for coming on tonight, for putting up with all my questions and everything else, trying to stump me with his questions. It was a good time. Kerry, you're always welcome, brother. I hope you come back on again sometime.
Yeah, I definitely. Anytime you ask me, I'm good.
And don't forget, guys, tomorrow night, 9 p.m., Reviewers Table, Man versus Pineapple. It's happening for some reason. Jersey pride and ego have led me to this point right now. That's what's happened here.
Just don't throw it up, man. Just don't throw it up.
So it's going to happen. And I'm sure Ken and all those guys will be on screen laughing at me the whole way. So it should be a lot of fun. But no, tomorrow 9 p.m. I'll be on with Ken, Joe, Mick. There'll be Johnny. A few of us will be on screen. We're going to have a good time. And next week, Meet the Maker will be back. Same time, same place. You guys know how it goes around here. All right? Stay safe, stay bearded, be good to each other, and take care of each other out there. I'll see you guys in the next one. Kerry, thank you again, my friend.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.